First off, we'd like to welcome everybody to the first episode of the 2021 Chalk Talk series for men's soccer. My name is Nico Blankenship. I'm alongside head coach of the men's soccer program, Jamie Franks. Jamie, how you doing today?
I'm good. I like the Chalk Talk name, Nico. Like
I won't take credit for it. I didn't come up with it. We'll give that to Emily Boone. But we're so thankful for our men's soccer supporters, alumni, and donors, and everyone who supported the athletic department and the 2021 COVID Relief Fund. Jamie, we'll start with this. It'll end up being around 450 days since you guys last played a competitive match when you take the field on Thursday. What's the last 15 months been like for your guys, and how does it feel to finally be in a game week?
Oh, that's a loaded question. Yeah, I mean, there's been tons and tons of preparation, and I think you prepare on the day, every day, and for us, it's been great to have guys have certain opportunities and really push and challenge themselves, and the things that we can control, we've gotten way better at. Where this is the fittest the team's ever been. This is probably the most tactically sound the team has been. There's ball control that their touches just seem to be cleaner. There's a lot of guys that from 400 days ago look a lot cleaner in their decision making, and we feel that it's because of their fitness level. We feel that's because of ball mastery, and we feel like it's because tactically they've been watching a lot of film, and so we're excited. But all this preparation doesn't mean anything until you step out on the field, and I'm just excited to watch the group. I think the group has a lot of grit, and I think the group has a lot of collectiveness, urgency, to the way that they train. And it sounds kind of crazy, but I want to see them face adversity for the first time, because I think that that's going to empower them even more, and it's going to bring them together. And I'm just really excited to watch the group respond to that. We know that it's not going to be easy. We know that we have to be flexible this season. But I'm just excited. I like the character of the group. I like the older players. I like the leaders of the group. We've had a great, while everybody else has made excuses, we've kept our head down and focused on the process every day.
Having seen the emotion from a few of the other TU sports teams get ready for their first game, how was it for you guys last week? Because obviously last week your game was postponed due to the cold weather, but that had to really be tough for your guys because you've waited this 450 days and now it's one more week.
Yeah, I think at the beginning, of every season, you roadmap out any foreseeable conflicts, and for us, one of them is going to be being flexible with game times, being flexible with what days we're playing, being flexible with travel, and so it was just a good test for our guys. Obviously, we were raring to go at Omaha. It would have been a fun game, but now we got 4 matches at home, and so we're expecting 12 points.
I know we talked about this a little bit in the fall together, but hockey's done it for several years, at least since I can remember. Basketballs and volleyballs have started. How are you prepping for playing the same team twice in roughly 48 hours?
To be honest, doesn't matter to me. I'm looking at Thursday. I'm going to get 3 points on Thursday, and that's the focus. And so, I'll worry about Saturday when it comes. But we're going to need everybody, all hands on deck, to get 3 points on Thursday, and then we'll worry about, the team Saturday.
Let's talk about this 2020-21 team, if you will, as a whole. You have a couple players depart the roster late due to being drafted in Major League Soccer. First of all, congrats to Josh Drack and Preston Judd on that. What are your thoughts on them drafted first? Let's tackle that.
Just proud of them, excited for them. A lot of hard work, has gone into those guys getting in the position that they're in. And, I think finding the best versions of themselves, both as transfers coming here and having a lot of success at their other schools, being in the top 2 or 3 guys, goal scorers, in the country, and then Preston coming in here and really having to learn how to press and really learning how to, become more of an all action forward. Most kids would just kind of throw in the towel, and he didn't, and it was up and down at times, but at the end, what he takes away is just a lot of foundation work, a lot of habits, a lot of good, good resilient plays from him, and so we're excited. We're excited about him and Josh. same thing. He's captain of Grand Canyon. He's all region. He's, all these other accolades, and he came here for something else. And I think what he found here was that, every day you have to prove yourself. And if your quality slips on the day, that somebody's going to take your job. And I think that really pushed him to his best. We saw him really, his commitment level, his dedication, his discipline really increased, because I think, the environment and the standards were higher. So super happy for those guys. Obviously they'll represent the program well at the next level. Excited for them. But at the same time, I got to focus on the guys that are here, and the focus that, guys that want to, be here and want to win trophies with us here. And so, it was a whirlwind past 60 days, who's in the roster, who's not in the roster, all these different things that you just can't control. And, I've just been really proud of my guys, and, we've created an environment every day where it's just next man up. And that's always been our main focus. That's what's made us successful in the past. It's our depth. It's a competition within each position. And so, I think for my guys looking ahead, my younger players, they're just excited because they see, like, okay, like my ambition of being a pro soccer player, if my actions meet those every day, I can too, put myself in position to potentially play pro soccer.
I was going to ask about that next man up approach that you mentioned. End of 2019, following the first round of the NCAA tournament, one of the big things was, oh, well, we're going to have everybody back next season. Obviously, then COVID hit, the schedule changed, etc. Who are some of the forwards up top now that are on the roster still that Pioneer fans can expect to play a big role in this attacking unit?
Yeah, so I think, I think to me, our system of play was a little bit different last year than it was other years. A lot of hard scheduling, no seniors on the roster, hit some road bumps last season. And so I don't think it was our identity. I don't think it was our system of play. And so we're getting a little bit more back to who we are and our identity, which is, it's our job to create goal scoring chances. And so it's an unselfish run. It's it's a digging a ball out. It's a reaction to a turnover. It's pressing. It's positional play. It's just about all of these, actions that you make, every minute of the game that's going to help you kind of create a scoring chance. And so, that's been our MO in the past. And I thought what went away from it last year. And so we're just kind of getting back a little bit to doing the unselfish work and doing the teamwork. And guys like Kengo Hira, Stewie De Leon, Brooks Crawford, Aiden O'Toole, Griffin Meyer, Jason Robles, Lucas Fisher, these guys are guys that have, haven't been able to prove themselves, at the on a match day. But, I got a lot of confidence in those guys. Those guys look good. Their timing looks good. Their resiliency looks good. And so for me, attacking is more about mentality. It's about a focus, about doing your job, doing your role. And so each of those guys brings something totally different to the table. And so we want them to be the best versions of themselves on the field and, bring their, value, bring their skill set, to the team.
Entering conference play this weekend is a little bit different than in years past. Usually you'd have a pretty good scout of your conference opponents from their games that they play in the non-conference. I know how much you guys usually rely on film, but for this weekend in particular, at least for Thursday, before you have the film for for Saturday's game, how much you're relying on just the Pios have to be the Pios on Thursday?
Yeah, I think I alluded to that in the last last question. Is like, I felt like we got away from what we were good at last season, and it's such a short season, so you don't have much time to rebound. But we're gonna do what we do, and Western's gonna have to adjust to us. It's just really that simple. And I think obviously they do some things, and we'll be ready for them. We obviously watched a scout of them on Friday night, but I think for us, it's more about what we're going to do and who we are and our identity and our system of play.
All right. Final point for you. What are some keys for the match for you this weekend in order to get those 3 points?
Yeah, I think it's not beating yourself. I think it's about making sure that, we understand what moments of superiority we're going for in the game. Where do we think that we can create overloads, to cause them problems. And making sure that we execute those. But above anything else, it's about doing everything together as a team. Anybody that's played in, in a soccer match knows that there's so many uncontrollables, and to spend 87 minutes without the ball, you need a total team effort and you need a total focus. And so, getting 3 points is just sticking to our key performance indicators, things that we think, win and lose you games. And anybody that's been around me, anybody who's been around our guys, we care wholeheartedly about the margins. We care wholeheartedly about every play. And our motto of like fighting football is this idea that, we're going to play every play. The last play's in the past, and we got to focus on the next play. And so that's throw-ins, that's goal kicks, that's transition moments, that's everything. And so as long as the guys are focused in and together, we're going to get the result.
Well, again, we'd like to thank all the supporters and donors of the 2020-21 COVID Relief Fund. Jamie, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Neeks.